Hey, good evening to you all you literature lovers and all you word warriors. K. Robinson coming to you for the second Robinson Road reading. This time we will pick up where we left off in the novel Crescent Moons. As I told you before, it's available in paperback format on Amazon, also available in the Kindle app, ebook app format on Amazon. When we last left out of here off Crescent Moons, we were just waking up as the hero and Fantastic Frank were tied and bound to chairs by presumably the recluse. But before we get into that, I have a bit of an update for you guys. In between the reading that we did on last week, in which I thank all of you that subscribed, liked, commented, and actually took time to look over the video. I much appreciate it. In between that time and now, we actually received a review from one of the most prolific reviewers in the history of independent booksellers in arts, in Kirkus Reviews. They actually have a review for Crescent Moons. We have it available in the link. Also available in the link is the direct Amazon link to the book should you want to purchase it or gift it to somebody with Christmas right around the corner. Now, we will pick up where we left off on just last week. And you all, what I'm going to do here, if you don't mind, is I'm going to backtrack just a little bit, just so there's a little context of where we are. Because, like I said, we just read it last week and kind of gives us a good basis of where we are and where we're continuing from. If you're new to the story, you'll kind of catch up a little bit here, but I would suggest that you would watch the first video and then come and join us on this one as well. So we're here at the bottom near the end of the second to last paragraph is where we'll pick up. Fantastic didn't look so good right now, and I didn't fare much better than he had. He just knew where to hit us and, more importantly, how to avoid our blows. This is all I remember before awakening in this putrid room. My partner and I are bound to these Wait, my hands weren't bounded tightly. I could possibly get us out of here, I thought to myself. As I try to loosen the ropes, a man enters the room. It's not Recluse. The voice doesn't match. As the unidentified male enters the room, he says to us, "Oh my, what a tangled web we weave. You have entered a web very few ever leave. Instead of sailing above the world so high, you are caught in the grasp like any other fly." As he came clear into my view, the figure approached us with battered knuckles and a few shiners on his own face. This guy wasn't the Recluse. He didn't fit the profile. Yeah, he was a dark brown male, but Recluse was slenderer than this tightly toned freak. This guy was clean shaven aside from his stupid little mustache. He's wearing a black turtleneck shirt with black jeans. Maybe the Recluse didn't act alone. Had we been, in fact, jumped? Is this why we were unsuccessful in the apprehension of the Recluse? Shit, we need to get the hell out of here. If I can get my hands free and slap this poet, we may be able to reach Recluse in time. Where's Recluse, you maggot? Tell him we got another round in us, taunts Frank. He's still here, and he's closer than you think, answered the man. As I battled with the rope around my hands, I knocked over a nearby ashtray. Oh, we got ourselves a persistent hero, eh? Which of you jackasses wants to meet their maker? Asked the man. I sat still not to give away my plan to escape. For whatever reason, Frank has not looked in my direction or even up from his own chest. At the sound of this threat, some of Frank's swagger returned as he boasts, "I'm my maker, you bitch. Now you can untie my hands so you can meet your destroyer." This is the guy I know. This is vintage Frank. Frank was from Kemper, could talk trash with the best of them. His gift for gab often provided him with a slight advantage over his opponents. Suddenly, there's a click as a bullet enters the chamber. As I return my attention to the mysterious man, he now has his pistol aimed at a dejected Fantastic Francisco. Tell you what, how about no, Francis? How about I just end it all for you right here? Suggested the armed individual. It had already been a challenging night for Frank. This man literally had nothing left to give but his life. All the saving of the world delayed him from creating a family of his own. Yeah, Frank had entertained many ladies in his time, but the Crescent City came first. This is where so many of his friends grew up, thrived, blew up, or died. As long as there was crime on these streets, he could not rest. Now, here we are. 3 guys, 2 tortured heroes, and a gun. Somebody had to do something about this. Maybe with his confidence rebuilding, I could buy Frank the time he needs. Hey you, Mr. Guns and Roses, when I get out of these ropes, I'm going to kill you myself, I barked. The gunman seemed slightly unaffected by my boast. He grinned slyly and pointed his firearm in my direction. Sure, buddy, you calling the shots now? Give the people what they want. You here to cause a little trouble, pal? He baited. At this point, I was uncertain of my next move. Frank and I were both tied to chairs, so we were rendered defenseless. I needed to decide how to proceed very soon. Frank was the hero, the alpha male, the guy who would save this city. Maybe, just maybe, if I took a bullet this one time, he would be able to save the others. Maybe the rage of losing his partner would make him rise out of that chair and tear this NRA poster boy apart and finally take out the damn recluse. What was it going to take to get Fantastic Frank back instead of this defeated man so many feet to the left of me? Boss says you guys are bad for business. Says you guys have to go, but he's a nice guy, so he asks if you have any last requests, the gunman states. I'm going to request you to kill yourself with that gun so your boss can finish us off himself, stated Frank furiously. The gunman and I both shifted our focus onto Frank. Frank was now, subtly might I add, trying to get out of the restraints that bound him to the chair. Frank was finally fighting back. I knew this dialogue was going to be the death of the assassin. You need to take advantage of a guy like Frank when you have him down. You got to put him away or you can kiss your sweet ass goodbye. You know, the problem with guys like you, Frank begins, you're all about speeches. You sound like a pompous politician waiting on permission to make a move. We, on the other hand, as Frank appears to be breaking loose from the restraints, are all about that action. So the way I see it, you got about 5 seconds to choose who you're going to be, Frank continued. A guy who gets things done or a guy who gets things done to him. Well, goddamn, my comrade was back and ready to go. We were ready for a comeback, and with all the focus on Frank, I was starting to fish myself out of my ropes as well. We stood a better chance if Frank had a clear shot at the gun club member of the month over there. He was faster, bigger, and stronger than I was. This will be another epic story we'll tell, I muttered to myself. What was that? You got something to say, Sideshow Bob? Inquired the antagonist. At this point, Frank had broken the restraints and darted toward the bad guy. Actually, I do. Show's over, I exclaimed. And hey, all of you, that is actually where we will end this reading for now. But I promise next time when we come in, we will do our conclusion, or as much of our conclusion, for chapter 1. Like I say, if you're following along and you're enjoying it, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you have to do here at the K.E. Robinson YouTube page. Get the book on Amazon if you want to follow along. Get an Amazon and Kindle format. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. In the meantime, enjoy the time with your family. A weird year this year, but enjoy the family that you do have around you. Thank you and good night.